Hey ho out there, YouTubers. Hey, trying something a little bit on the different side here. I've been going through so much content and stuff. I mean, it is out of control with this Mitch McConnell and Dr. Hobag that he's married to and stuff, and the whole sister-in-law thing. You know, mysteriously being unalive now. Found her in a Tesla. Thrown into the water mysteriously, and all of them's linked up with Justin Trudeau, and I mean there's so much stuff, but they're all linked to the CCP, and it is just overwhelming that one story alone. But dig into that if you really want to discover some wild stuff. I've been putting out videos and stuff. I appreciate you guys watching them for sure. Thanks for all the subscribers. If you're watching this right now, I just wanted to hang out a little bit. Just say, what's up? I thought we might check out something here. I came across it on the YouTube. I thought it was pretty interesting, but then it wound up upsetting me, as most stuff that you watch does. Now, this in particular incident right here,
take a deep breath,
is this is a Louisville firefighter recounts dramatic rescue from semi-truck. Okay, so this was known one that over the Ohio River, or whatever. Let's see if we
I
can.
need you to do, because I need her to assist in.
Look here, this truck here. There we go. We'll freeze it right here. Look here. See, dangling off the bridge here. So it's a Cisco truck. All right. I'm not sure if she skidded out of control. So obviously, right? Something happened. Anyway, truck's hanging over. Here's the cab. Here's the rescue. Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I would have definitely had to change myself if something like that happened. So that's a bad day. Now, I'm watching this and I'm thinking, wow, yeah, that's pretty bad. But, there's so many things. There's rescuers there. Of course, we're praying for them. Everybody was okay. Other than being scared to death, I'm sure she, thanking the Lord above as we are. But, what else is going on in the world here? There's so much stuff that's just sickening, crazy. If you've watched any of the short vids that I did today, it's just unbelievable. But they are doing away with thousands of military jobs, sergeants and so on and so forth. And you got to ask yourself why. And then if you remember when we're talking about that thing that YouBoob doesn't like for you to talk about, that goes in your arm there, and you can't talk about the demonic stuff that was added into the so-called fix, and stuff from it, which if you don't know, then and you're not trying to find out, then you're part of the problem. So go do your research, jump in there and find out what it is. I'd be glad to tell you in the comments or whatever. Shoot me a line. It's just saying, anyway, they're doing away with all these jobs to do what with them? A lot of them that was in the military, they got kicked out or put on leave or whatever. How many was that? No, like 8,000 some or whatever that's still out because of that. If they're so desperately needed, and we can't seem to get anybody to join the military, and you know what? I don't want in that. I don't want in that mix. I don't want them, I just said, and if we have problem getting people to join the military, so I'm going to take that back. I'm not trying to get nobody to join the military. Nope, 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 nope. No, I'm not. Nope. We need something different that has to happen. Here's what I don't understand. This is ours, and they don't understand that. And the reason why they don't understand that is because we haven't done anything to make them understand that. And we need to do something to make them understand that. They have all these jobs now. Jobs, just like they're just jobs, flipping hamburgers or something, shoveling or whatever, just jobs. Now we're talking about government jobs. That they're going to be letting the invaders take over, because you know what the reasoning is behind this. No, I'm not joking. I'm not even kidding you. Look it up. If you don't already know about this, look it up. You talk about being erased, eliminated, eradicated. That's what's happening. They're trying it. You all know on my channel here, I call them, and the whole reason why I started, putting that on the channel was so that you can see that's what we need to do. We need to call these representatives that's not representing. Look, after so long of like sitting on the sideline or whatever, then you wake up and then they tell you, they say, well, you can't go out and physically do anything yourself. You have to play the politic game, Well, I can't stand the politic game, and nobody that I knows or know of it can stand the politic. You like the politic game? No.
No.
So I don't want to play that. This is not a game at all. I mean, you're talking about people's lives, children. You're talking about Americans. You know what? Children, adults, females, males. It doesn't make any difference. I mean, this is absolutely insane. I didn't give these low down, dirty, rotten son of a bitches any permission to do 99.9% of the stuff that they're doing. And what they're saying, what they have been saying, think about this all the way along, they don't have to ask your permission. They act like it's so damn hard to run this country. And I'm telling you right now, I disagree with that 1,000%. I think it would be one of the easiest damn jobs to have. So why are we paying $200,000 to sell out turncoat treasonous Mitch McConnell a year? Wow, Kentucky. Man, do I feel sorry for you guys. I feel sorry for all of us, because he is, he's the leader of the something majority of the
minority.
Minority of the some crap or whatever. Anyways, over the Republicans or whatever. And you know what? If you think about what a rhino Republican is, or just a rhino, there you go. I mean, he is the epitome of such, because he blows whichever way the wind blows, and I've never liked that dude from day one. I mean, I knew of Mitch McConnell. That was probably one of the first dingbats that I actually paid attention to when I was a younger man, He was an idiot way back in the 80s, 70s, or when I think it was 80s. Yeah, it was 80s. But he's an idiot. An absolute I can handle an idiot. But whenever you're a traitor like he is, it's just, So, but they're giving these jobs to these invaders. Listen to this. Why are they doing it? Because if you put millions of people, this is their excuse, listen. If you put millions of people together and there's nothing for them to do, you know, these could all be great people, they say. This is what they're saying, no joke. That eventually, you know, bad stuff starts happening. You know, not like it already has, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
Stores being broke into, you know, people winding up unalive now and stuff, you know. Young ladies being attacked and everything else. So what they're saying, and you know what? It doesn't matter what they're saying. We know what they're doing. We gotta do something about it. And I'm gonna tell you something. I know that Dump It the Trumpet's come along and stuff, but you know what? He's not the savior of it all. You know, the only reason why that he's survived the stuff that he has survived is because we the people. You know, I mean, obviously. And let me just give you an example of that. You know, whenever they took him into court or whatever, you know, let's just take the mugshot picture day. You know, he went in, got his mugshot or whatever. What happened? His ratings and stuff shot plumb through the ceiling or whatever. And all positive. Everybody started, I mean, by this time, most people were understanding exactly what the left and the demon rats. But you know what? This is not just a Democrat thing. This is an evil, greedy, demonic beings that does this. And whatever moron come up with this, and I mean this wholeheartedly, whatever moron come up with trying to make it out that conservatives are some kind of what is it that they're calling us? No, religious fanatics or whatever it is, you know. I can't remember exactly what it is now that they're saying because that we love the Lord and that we want law and order, you know, things to be, you know, calm, on track, courteous, you know, respectful. That makes us bad, you know. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if I'm Republican or whatever. All I know is I am an American. I was born here. As far as I know, all of my family has been here for I don't know how long. I speak English. I grew up, you know, loving this country. And, you know, so many things that we take for granted and everything. But even thinking about whenever I was a child, how corrupt things were already at that point. The evilness was still gaining momentum, you know. Everybody that was like the conversation that everybody had. They would say, "Well, you know, it's election time. Who you voting for?" It does it really matter? Because this is literally what everybody would say, myself included. It's like it's election time. Who you voting for? Does it really matter? Nope. It doesn't make any difference. It's just what color, what flavor of crap do you want? Because that's all you're going to get. So, a Democrat or a Republican. So, but we tend to go Republican. Why? It's because it's common sense. Republicans, conservatives, usually, you know, God first, leave everybody alone, less government, less control, do your own thing as long as you're not stepping on somebody else's toes or something, right? Help people when they need help. How can that possibly be bad? What kind of mental person has a problem with that? I don't understand that. I don't want to understand that. And here's why. We're already seeing what's out here and going on now, right? So But I was watching this. I want to show you something here
The
real
harness
quick.
on right, and once we did that, we got her free of the seatbelt, and she was on my system, so I knew that we were good from there. We just needed to bring her on up.
Once safely on the bridge, the truck driver, a military veteran, was taken to the hospital as a precaution but appeared to be okay. At least one other person involved in the crash wasn't so fortunate, sustaining what city officials call very serious injuries. Another person was also taken to the hospital, but their condition is unknown. Nearly 7 hours after the crash happened, the semi was hoisted up. Louisville Metro Police are investigating what caused the crash. For now, the bridge will remain closed in both directions until a safety inspection is conducted.
At this time, we're going to leave the bridge closed until our team can go and look at the structure of the bridge itself and determine the extent of the damage and when that can possibly be reopened.
A dramatic and heroic scene playing out over the Ohio River on a rainy Friday afternoon. A courageous firefighter risking his life to save another.
We've definitely done a few crazy things, but yes, this time.
The part that I want you to check out is coming up here in just a second.
Opposite so far. Like I said, we trained for this situation probably 100 times, but to actually put it in action, it felt good. We had a successful rescue, and now we go back and we do it again if we have to.
A few hours after the tractor trailer was lifted from the edge of the bridge, KYTC engineers began their inspection. As you can see behind me, they're finished for the night, but that inspection will continue again tomorrow morning. By the way, each of the lanes up there on that bridge only 10.5 feet wide, which doesn't leave much room for error, according to transportation officials. And again, no timeline right now for when the bridge will reopen.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find my face here.
Firefighter Carden got to her.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see here.
Reaches the truck driver. Louisville Fire Chief Brian O'Neill describes what his firefighter encountered
And there
next.
you go.
As you're going
There you go. Here, matter of fact, here we'll do this.
This is a horrible
Let's put on
situation.
closed
She's dangling
captioning
off the
here
edge of a-
so that we can hone in on
Firefighter
this.
encountered next.
As you're going to somebody being rescued,
Carden reaches the truck driver. Louisville Fire Chief Brian O'Neill describes what his firefighter encountered next.
as you're going to somebody being rescued, obviously they're scared.
Okay. All right, now describes what his firefighter does next. That's what I have a problem with. It ain't yours there, buddy boy. It is not yours. Not yours. The people are paying for not just them, but you. And I know there's going to be those people that don't have common sense, and they're going to say, yeah, but James, he's not really saying that it's his. Yes, he is. That's the problem that we're having. Words matter. Words matter. You can't call any of these here leaders and stuff because it starts going to people's heads. They don't understand. You know, that's why whenever you're in the military or something, you say private or yes, sergeant or whatever it is. There's a reason why that you call them by their rank. It shows them where they are in the line. Okay? So this is why we can't continue to allow these people, even though they're firefighter and another firefighter or something, you know, if they want to call each other brother or something like that, that's fine. I call people brother and stuff. You know, if they haven't done anything to me and they're good people or whatever, you know, I have a lot of brothers and sisters out there. And I appreciate all of yous out there very much, praying for all of yous. But it's not a simple thing. I've had a few people tell me, they said, well, isn't there like bigger things to be? No, this is how we got here. This is how we got here. Tell them to stop. You know, that is not your firefighter, dude. It's not yours. It may be your fellow fighter or something like that. But you are the people's, I don't really want to say servant because people have a problem with servant or whatever, which is a shame. Because if I signed up to serve the people, if I took this uniform and I put it on, and matter of fact, boy, I'm really curious. I wonder if you can find a firefighter's oath online. It's next to impossible to find a peace officer's oath when they take it. Try looking that up. Try looking up a firefighter or a police officer's, but they're supposed to be peace officers. It just burns me up, man. The reason why it upsets me so bad is because it goes to their head. We know what introverts and extroverts are, and so on and so forth. You can take a test for it to find out which one you are. But the people that join like firefighters and they like running into burning buildings and stuff like that, their mindset is a different way. They have a mindset for that. And it's the same way with what happened with these people that have like a mental disturbed problem, like narcissists. Narcissists have taken over mainly the peace officer field, Sheriffs, same way, narcissist. That's what they are. They're supposed to serve the people. They shouldn't mind, serving the people. That's really what they sign up to do. And then whenever you ask one, why is there so many videos that you can watch? I've been here, I've done it myself, watch Little Shop of Horrors video where I went down. I was just trying to do a good thing. I thought it would be just a good thing all the way around. I thought I was going to be helping somebody out with a little bit of free advertisement, and find out for you guys if it was a good place to grab something from or whatever. And I wouldn't send a dog down there. I wouldn't let a dog go down there. And it's not just because of that shop, but the main reason is because, people can be mistaken. They can not understand, and they can learn if they're intelligent enough to learn. Which now we know that there was no intelligence nowhere down there. But the New Boston Police Department are brain dead idiots, narcissists, that every one of them should be fired and put on trial. Because anybody that can watch, Little Shop of Horrors and see that there was no respect given there. Because somebody wasn't trying to do anything. And I'm talking about me. I wasn't trying to offend anybody or anything. But it just went stupid. And so instead of being, respectfully done or whatever, it turned into what it did turn into. I have very, very, very little tolerance for stupidity, And it's easy to see why you can't have any tolerance anymore. You got people like this, and he thinks that he owns what the people are paying for. This guy standing in this uniform right here, and this could be a police officer or a sheriff, it doesn't matter. Army, Navy, Air Force, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's standing there. They're a human being, and they should be an American standing in that, but they are definitely human beings. Okay, their power is not who they are. The power that they have and the protection that they have is this uniform. And this uniform right here is we the people. That's why that you can't go and eliminate one of these people. Not that, I can't imagine why somebody would want to do that. Just because they, lie, and they, plant stuff illegally, and they steal stuff whenever they go in and they invade houses and stuff that they're not supposed to be in there. Or, they lie to people and say that they, are allowed to do things whenever they are not supposed to be doing them. I can't imagine. But It is the power of the people. That's what I respect. Because if they took that off and one of these people ever would come on one with a real man, and I'm going to tell you something right now. There's a lot of women that I know that would kick that snot out of most of them's hind end also, because most of them are cowards. And that's why that they choose to put on uniforms and stuff. They are. And I'll tell you where the biggest cowards can be found in our government. If you, Sherwood Brown, Democrat, what a coward. His answer machines will hang up on you. There's no way he would ever consider talking to one of the American people. Not unless you're donating some big money or something. Now, then you might get a few words here or there or something. Let me give you, for instance, what I'm talking about. Let's look at California. Gavin Newsom. He put out a law now. Or not a law, but they made it to where they raised minimum wage. So minimum wage went to $20 an hour across the board. I think it's 20. Do your own research there, but I think it's $20. And one of his big donors of 160-some thousand or however much it is said, "Hey, I'm not really on board with that. You need to do something." So if you look at it now, if you're a chain business, you have to be a chain business. You can't be a mom or pop. You got to be a chain. Like Popeyes, KFC, McDonald's, whatever it is, Panera Bread. So, but if you are a chain restaurant and you happen to get this, look this up, and you happen to make bread, then you're exempt from that. You don't have to pay the $20. And one of his big donors is Panera Bread, the owners right there in California. And they've already donated. I don't believe it. I think it's more than that. Because anytime that they say it's 160-some thousand or whatever, it's probably 3 times as much, So,
situation. She's dangling off the edge of a bridge, doesn't know if it's going to slip.
Anyway,
in. Very, very
these people are absolutely corrupt to no end. The language has to change. You have to have discipline and stuff. The Bible tells us to go to church and the fellowship and stuff like that. And I will tell you, it's hard for me to find a church to go to because it's like next to no time that they don't really want to follow, what the Bible says. And I want to do what the Bible says. So, Bible says that the Sabbath is to be kept holy. And the Sabbath is on a Saturday. It's Saturday. But I've ran into people that they said, "Oh, you're one of those. You're one of those Sabbath day bashers or whatever." No, I'm really not. I'm just one of those that if the Bible says the Sabbath, then it has to be the Sabbath, But people want to, argue and stuff about that. But, all you got to do is just look at the Hebrew calendar and what it says. And they've been keeping track of ever since Jesus was here. And when is their Sabbath known?
Saturday.
Yep. So, but I wanted to point this out. This was really my inspiration of just jumping on here or whatever. So I wanted to set this up because I've been watching this stuff a lot, and then I go through a bunch of news, and then I got people writing me and everything else, and it's just, there's so much information. Here's one that I'll share with you. I haven't even made the video about this yet, but they are wanting to go, and we say they. Who in the hell are they? It's the George Soros and all the other idiots the China mafia, all of them. And they're here. They're here in the United States. Because how else would somebody disappear like that with the whole Mitch McConnell thing or whatever, you know? All right. Noam's pointing at me. She's like, hey, there's something playing behind there. Anyway, so look into that, because I'm telling you, that whole thing, how it's linked up and stuff, and think about that wrinkle bag being in there. For how many years was he in there? 40-some years? Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Hold on, man. Let's see something here. What was her name? Michelle? No, it's not Ho. That's his wife. Mitch McConnell's sister-in-law. Let's see if it pulls up something here. Sister-in-law of Senator Mitch McConnell. Yeah, okay. There's one there. Oh, and look at all these ties here that they have. Angela Cho or Ho, whatever her name is. I'll roll with Ho. Shipping business CEO and Mitch McConnell's sister-in-law. See, look, all these people are all tied together. They've all been taking money and stuff. And you know what? Everybody is like what I am. It's like, well, what do you do about that? You know? I mean, we've been living like this so long, everybody's like, what do we do? Call your representative. Call your representative. Call your representative. You know? Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I keep looking into all this stuff for all of us or whatever. I know a lot of my good friends and stuff like that. You know, Charlotte, Miss Kim out there. Shout out to them. I hope you guys are doing well. Dean Gillum, shout out to you. He's the one that let me know about the Trump parade that went through Colton. Where all was it? Wellston, Colton, and did it go through Jackson? Yeah, I had to have.
It started in Benton, and then it's just traveling further south. They didn't say how far they were going.
All right. Well, anyway, shout out to all them patriots also that was in the parade and stuff. That was good, man. Showing our support for one another, because it's not really so much showing just support for Trump, but if you think about it, it's because we know how we voted, and we know that there was a problem with that 2020 debacle. We know what that was. And this skin tag is just a put in here from China. And speaking of this, that's what I'm telling you. Get on there and do your research. This is mind-blowing stuff. It's absolutely crazy. Trump reacts to Mitch. Oh, you know what? This is short. Let's check this out. Let's see what this is. We'll see what Trump has to say about Mitch McConnell. I mean, probably saying good riddance.
Well, I hear he's going to be not going to be leader, and he's taken that step. And a lot of people are calling me to politic for that particular job. Would you like to be the leader? I think I might have to choose this guy.
I'd rather be governor of Texas.
I think you're doing well. I want to keep you in Texas. No, it's people were surprised by it, but it's all going to work out. We're going to end up with a great leader. Well,
see, even Trump, there you go. Even Trump said, going to wind up with a great leader. He's calling himself a leader. Let me tell you something. He ain't my leader. I got one leader. How many leaders you got? No?
One.
Amen. Yep. The Lord is my leader. That's it. That's why we have this country. We don't need leaders. What we need is representatives, Get your asses in there. Do the job that you're paid to do if you want to do that. Your mindset should be, hey, I have an ideal how to make this a better place to live. Elect me and let me have a little bit of time to make this a better place for all of us to live. That's how this is. That's how simple this is. And you know what? I said it. I started saying, I don't know if I finished it or not. There's so much of this stuff, it's overwhelming right now. Mind-blowing. Like the 4-day work week. Kid you not. All the countries are jumping on board of this. I started to tell you this a while ago, but I'm telling you now. a 4-day work week. I don't really hate that. I don't think that's a real bad. There's some businesses that's been doing that now. I think up in Chillicothe, Mead Paper up there. I think they did it for years. They would have a 4-day week or whatever, where you would go in and work 10. Okay, and then you'd have your 40 hours in 4 days, 10-hour day. And then, of course, you could have your overtime starting on the 5th day, and that's all, so on and so forth. I don't really see that as a bad thing. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you could have the first day off to kind of like get your parts to your car if you got to fix your car, or to, get the stuff, or just use that first day to, truly just kick back and say, I made it, or whatever. And then you'd have your Sabbath day that you, worship the Lord and rest. And then you'd have your Sunday to do whatever and then get back to, I think that's not a bad thing. But as usual, whenever there's something that could be, even just could be good for somebody, what do? They turn it into something that's crooked and corrupt. And, there's, you got to look into it, but the Fed, if you don't know what the Fed is, that's the whole big banking system and all that stuff. They have to manipulate stuff or whatever. They want the price of the wage to go down. So that's the whole basis behind the 4-hour day. Did you know that? No. That's why they want a 4-hour day. Not because they're saying, hey, that might be pretty cool, like what I described, like people could have an extra day or a couple extra days, or even, a lot of people that I know of, back whenever everybody worked and stuff, they would have been happy, myself included, with 1 day off, But, nope, that's not why they're doing it. I'm not doing it for you. Nope, they're doing it for them, because it has something to do with bringing the price of inflation down by paying you less somehow, some way. So anyway, there's a bunch of people that's really good about numbers, and they know all about that stuff and everything, but it's really stupid, because this will take me back to, it's a good segue back to what I was talking about or going to say. How hard could it be, and I mean this wholeheartedly, to run anything, to make something better? It's not difficult. You have all the mayors and stuff, especially the one in Jackson and Wellston and wherever else. It doesn't matter where they're at. They're all corrupt. They don't want anything to be better. But it's really not hard. It really is. Let me explain to you. And most of you out there on this channel, you already know how easy it is. It's just this simple. If you wanted to, say, throw away that remote, or throw away them glasses right there, I would simply look at you guys and I would say, send me right now. And this happens all the time. There's Chili De Castro in Delete Laws. If you ever watch him, he's really good about this. He'll say, if you want this here, put a 1 in the chat, put a 1 in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't want it, put a 0 in the chat. And then he has all the 1s show up, or he has all the 0s. It's the same way that I would run an office. It's not that damn difficult. You say, hey, and now we're not talking about on anything. There's some serious issues that comes along where it should be like gone through and really looked at and stuff like that. But ultimately, for the most part of it, you could say, who wants to throw away the stupid remote, And then people would write in, or they'd put a 1 in the chat or whatever. It's easy, But like the election, what is up with these Dominion machines? How did this happen? How did we get? It's because we all fell asleep. We're like, well, we don't understand it, and there's too much of it. How are you supposed to keep up with it? Guess what? I feel that way right now. And I don't know where the accountability lineup goes. You know, you call your representative, and you're supposed to tell the representative what you want done, and all you can talk to, you've already seen me do this, or if you haven't, go check out the videos. You can see the only thing you can talk to is a human answering machine, and you never do talk to a representative. And that has to stop. I would stop that. I would. If I ever got put in any kind of position or whatever, I'd say, what do you guys want to do about this? What do you guys want to do about that? Not that difficult. But why does anybody run for something and then shy away from that? Is because they're corrupt. And they take these jobs of making Mitch McConnell $200,000 measly dollars a year, who happens to be now what is he, the 19th most richest in the lineup of people in government, I think it is. Nancy Pelosi, she's way the hell up there. How many millions does she have now that she stole because of the inside trading and stuff, you know? No, nothing to see here. So if you made millions, and then you look back at your salary, that's $400,000. The president's what, $450,000 a year? And you look at that, and you already made millions over here. What do you think that salary of $450,000 is going to look like to you? Who's going to care about that, right? See, we're picking the wrong mindset to do these jobs. That was my whole point whenever it came to like the police officers and stuff like that. We've got the wrong mindset of people in there. We've got to have
Angela
the
Chow,
right people in
CEO
there.
of the major.
Let's see what this says here. This one's real quick. Let's see. Of course, you always got to pay your
Angela
time
Chow,
here.
CEO of the major shipping company Foremost Group and sister of former Transportation Secretary Elaine Chow, died in a car accident in Blanco County on Sunday. The 50-year-old had been the company's CEO since 2018. Now, in a state.
Yeah, I'm going to rewind that because I don't know if you can
Angela
hear
Chow, CEO of the major shipping company Foremost Group and sister of former Transportation Secretary Elaine Chow, died in a car accident in Blanco County on Sunday. The 50-year-old had been the company's CEO since 2018. Now, in a statement, Chow's father, the former CEO of Foremost, said, quote, Angela's name in Chinese sounds like the characters for peace and prosperity. She certainly gave more than her share of both to this world. Her absence leaves a void not only in our hearts, but in the Asian American community. The Blanco County Sheriff's Office says it is investigating an incident on private property that involved Chow, but it hasn't provided any other details about the accident.
Sorry, I don't feel nothing. It's all sad, but if there's like, oh well, we feel so bad for them. How many people have been unalived and stuff now because of this corruption and stuff?
Angela Chow died in a car accident in Texas last Sunday. Who is she and why is this very important? To know all this, I need to take you back a little bit. She is the sister of Elaine Chow, who was the former transport secretary in the Trump administration.
Okay, here's another thing too. Yeah, this is mind blowing. Transport secretary for Trump, first term there.
Importantly, she is married to Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell was the most.
Okay, and Mitch McConnell was married before or whatever, so this is his second whatever,
powerful, or is the most powerful senator from the Republican side in the Senate. So was this a message? And if so, for whom? And more importantly, who killed her? All these things we are going to cover today. Very, very important that you understand how the internal politics come, because Angela Chow, Elaine Chow, they all draw their origins back to CCP.
There you go. So I didn't watch this, but this guy's saying the exact same thing, and it doesn't take a genius to line all this stuff up, obviously, because I'm putting it together. But if you look, Angela Chow, drew their origins back to the CCP. But it's not just going back to the CCP. They're still with them. They're right there. Yeah, buddy, there's no such thing as an accident. You know what I mean?
Chinese Communist Party, but there's a China angle here. So please, first like this video, and if you have not already subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. Let's jump right into it. I'm going to give you two versions of how she died. That's not important. Why she died is important. So let's take a quick look at what's happening. Angela Chow dies in a car accident. I told you on Sunday. Now, on Tuesday, that is yesterday, there was a vote as to whether a $95 billion loan package or aid package, it is still not clear, should be given to three countries: Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. By a vote of 70 to 29, the Senate passed it. But it is expected to not pass the House because there is a Republican majority and the Republicans are in general against it, except Mitch McConnell did.
Oh, except for old Mitchie. Old Mitchie, buddy. He wants it done. It ain't got nothing to do with his ties there, I'm sure of that. Anyway, all right, well, I won't watch no more of that. Y'all can jump on there and do your own research and stuff like that. I mean, there's plenty of it. But I'm telling you, if you ain't awake by now, I don't know what it's going to take for you to wake up, because this is crazy what's going on. The minimum, these people are doing whatever they want to do. How does this happen? If you're not a Republican or a conservative, I mean, I don't know what else that you would be. I mean, it's about conservative, but we want less government. Less government. Right now, I started talking about the lineup. We don't know who to go to next. Like, if you have an accident and then there's a cop and the cop shows up, and then you don't like the outcome of that, then who do you go tell? You go tell the police chief, right? Or you got to go fill out a paper to tell about that the cop that showed up is like most of them out there dirtbags. And then you fill that out, and then the police chief comes out to talk to you, but he immediately already has dirtbag. Kind of talk like I've been there. I have. The police chief comes out with attitude towards you and starts acting all smarmy and stuff because you're there just to tell that, somebody done something wrong, and he's the one responsible that you go to straighten that out. It's not his officers, it's just who you go to, but yet he acts like you offended him or whatever, so then that becomes a whole debacle. So if you don't like that, then who do you go to? They got a service director, which nobody knows what they do except for stay drunk and hide most of the time, and nobody knows 9 times out of 10 who the service directors are. It's just somebody else that's thrown in for us to have to pay for. Okay, so then you find out, you have to go to the mayor, but then the mayor is elected by the people, but you find out that person that got elected, they're just a smart ass, and they don't really give a shit about you or I or anybody else. They're just in there, they want to be left alone to do with whatever, the funding is for the city, $3-4 million a year, whatever it happens to be, so that they can do what they want to and make sure that money gets channeled into their own pocket. That's not just a every once in a while thing. That's a 99.9% of the time kind of thing. It's probably 100%. But then after the mayor, what do you do about that? And then, you know what? Here's one of the biggest bullshit things that they'll tell you and I right now is they'll say, well, if you don't like it, just go get you a lawyer. Have you ever seen a lawyer that is worth a damn? Have you found a lawyer that's genuinely worth a damn? Because I'm telling you right now, 1,000%, every damn one of them that I've ever met in my whole life, not worth a damn. Not worth a damn. Not one. Not one. Nope. None. Oh, you might have somebody that pretends right off the bat for a little while or something like that until you pay them, and then that's it. Then they're just like, it's sort of like that voting thing all over again. It's all shit. Just what flavor do you want? So where do you go to? What do you do? And that ladder, like after the mayor, it's like, oh, they say, just go get a lawyer. And how many times do you watch on any of these videos or anything where First Amendment audits or anything where they go and they say, yeah, well, I'm going to sue you, and then they have a lawyer. Like, do they really have like somebody that's just camped out at the house that's just waiting on that because you can't find a decent human being, let alone a decent lawyer. I've never seen one. Never seen one. So, anyway, I feel extremely bad for if there are a genuine peace officer that's amongst all the corruption that is out there. I feel extremely bad for a firefighter who is actually in there that's doing the right thing. I feel extremely bad for a lawyer if they're genuinely in there fighting the right way and stuff, which we know that there's some of them out there. I can't hardly find them. I've never been able to find a decent one. Rudy Giuliani, I mean, they painted him out to be so horrible and stuff after 9/11 and stuff. The media tried painting him out like that he was some kind of a crazy conspiracy dude and everything else, and after you dive in and you start learning, you find out that, he's genuinely one of the good guys. So, but I'm not saying, or I guess I shouldn't say, I guess I am kind of saying it, that there's no good ones out there, but of course there's got to be good ones out there because we are making forward progress, but man, it's so slow. It is incredibly, they say that the hands of justice, or what is it, the wheels of justice turn slow. And man, it seems like nothing ever gets done. You hear about Jim Jordan, he does a whole bunch of talking in the House and all that stuff, and he's got all these special committees going on and everything. You watch him talk and talk and talk and talk, and nobody's getting hung. Nobody's getting strung up. And I don't know why, because there's plenty of them that needs it. So, anyway, I just wanted to get on here and have a hangout sessions with you or whatever. I seen that, and it just bugged the snot plumb out of me whenever I seen it. Trying kind of a different setup here and stuff, but I appreciate all of you out there that has subscribed. I mean, talk about humbling. It's very humbling. And if you guys watch my videos, especially when they're this long and stuff like that, it means the world to me. I really, really do appreciate that and mean that wholeheartedly. And appreciate all of you sticking with me and getting me to where I'm at now. Seeing a few things I would love to go live on. I'm looking forward to getting me 1,000 subscribers, because I guess you got to have 1,000 subscribers to do that. Oh, also, when you're watching my videos, if you notice that the writing is missing, when it first shows up, the very first writing on there, if it doesn't have the rest of the writing, 9 times out of 10, YouBoob has, deleted it off there. I can't believe how many of them they did that like that now. No,
It's almost 2 out of 3 now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They do a lot of them. It's like I write a bunch of stuff for you guys to have information and get information, and then once that I load them, then I'm looking at them. I'm like, well, the writing's gone, all except for just the very first page there that you can read that you first see, and then but now it's just anyway. So we're going to get off here. I'm going to tell you guys that I'm praying for you. And I appreciate you guys praying for me and us and stuff. Gnome's had a pretty rough time here just in the past month or so. She's been dealing with something that's pretty rough or whatever. So y'all say a prayer for her for sure. Thanks for definitely praying for the boss, and we're praying for y'all too. Listen, God bless America. God bless you and yours. We're praying for you. Thanks for praying for us. Love you, Lord. Love you, boss. Check. Make sure you call your representative. What is the representative number?
202-224-3121.
There you go. Call your representative. Call your representative. Call them up. Just tell them that's a switchboard number. Just call up your switchboard. And if you don't have to know exactly who to talk to or whatever, just tell them what state you're in, and they'll help you look it up. They're wonderful people. I'm telling you, I haven't hardly called that switchboard one time and had any problems with anybody. They're usually like really polite, really nice and stuff. And but call them up and let them know that, you know, you don't like what's going on. And, you know, I do not like being this damn afraid to be an American right now. Never thought that I'd be that way. So, in America. But I am that way. So, but instead of laying down, not doing anything about it, you know, I'm trying to do my due diligence and watching stuff, what's going on, and pay attention. I appreciate all the help from you guys too. I really do. So anyway, we're praying for you. Peace out.